Jesus Christ, really?
Don't forget to become a member of UnrealEntGaming's Patreon for exclusive manga content and early access. Isn't that right, Seth?
I already joined his Patreon today. Tons of great stuff on there, actually. But did you really have to blow up the city?
Yes.
Blew up the domino. You blew up the dominoes and you're laughing. Do you realize the f***ing crisis here?
And you will be next. Unless you subscribe, like the video, and turn on notifications right now.
Or else what? You'll aggressively scream another man's name for several hours?
Kakarot! Kakarot!
Well, just when I thought that things couldn't get any worse back on Earth, it would only now appear as though Goku Black is actually far stronger than one may have originally thought he'd be. And with the situation on Earth continuing to worsen, I could only hope that Gohan can hold out long enough to get by and endure the onslaught issued by Goku Black. Because if Gohan is unable to pull through, then this very well might be the end of everything on Earth as we know it.
As our story now continues back on Earth with Super Saiyan Rose 3 Goku Black having to oversee Beast Gohan down in the city rubble below, as with both warriors now looking to go all out and having to use their most powerful transformations against each other, was when Goku Black then went on to respond, "I want you to understand that in a few seconds you are about to realize the futility of your efforts, despite the fact of having your latent power drawn out in allowing for this new beast form to take over, Gohan. Tell me, are you truly able to comprehend the power that you will be going up against here, mortal? For you weren't the only one who was able to draw out their latent potential, and deep down, you know that in a matter of a few moments, you are going to be destroyed, Saiyan, and it won't even be close." With Beast Gohan responding, "It's ironic that you talk about reaching new levels of power by also having your latent potential unlocked, while at the same time you're stuck using a body and a power that was never even yours to begin with, you lunatic. As I've seen your kind dozens of times before," Gohan continues, "and it's all just the same, every last one of you. Driven by hatred and delusions of grandeur, but sorry to burst your bubble, but you won't succeed. And you will never succeed, and so I hope you know that," Gohan adds. "And even if that means that I'll have to go and do it alone, then I want you to understand that I won't allow for your sick and twisted vision of death and destruction to become a reality, Black. And so now let's go and show me what you're really made of, coward." In which within that very moment, as Goku Black was shown having to fire down a hailstorm of energy blast as Gohan was making his way above, was when Goku Black then went on to respond, "Oh, I just love a good fight, Saiyan, and by all means, then why don't you go on ahead and try and do as you said and put me out of my misery, Saiyan. Let's find out." With Beast Gohan shown deflecting each and every single one of Black's blasts by then responding, "Oh damn, I wasn't expecting for these energy blasts to be this dense, but I'll need to hurry and run him down before he tries to get a leg up on me like how he tried doing before. I need an opening," with Black then having to then continue, "Oh, you're good, Saiyan, but the question is, how long can you keep this going? Not long, I imagine, but come on, that's right, Saiyan, you're almost there. Just as I'd hoped that you'd be, because now the game can really start to get exciting. And if you honestly think that I don't know much about how this beast form of yours operates, then you're far more delusional than I thought you'd be, because I know everything that there is to know about what this beast form of yours is. And it's because of this form," Black went on to reappear by punching Gohan, "that I must give you credit, because without it, I wouldn't have been able to evolve the way I did, mortal." Oh, not a chance, Gohan responds by quickly firing a barrage of energy blast of his own. A doppelganger like you could never understand what it means to carry the pride and the nobility of a true Saiyan warrior. And so I'm still waiting for you to show me what you've got, Black. Well, if that's how you truly feel about me, Black went on to respond by having to deflect all of Gohan's blast right back at him, then you're more naive than I imagined that you would be, Saiyan. But are you starting to see it now for yourself, Gohan? Because you are without a hope of winning here, and since you're so eager to know on what it was that I've done to reach this point, then I'll go as far as to let you in on a little secret between us, Saiyan. For there's a reason as to why you're probably able to sense a little bit of destroyer energy coming from me, and do you want to know why that is? Didn't think I'd move this quickly now, did you, Black? Questions? So do you want to know as to why you're able to sense it? Well, it's simple even for a primitive mortal like you, and it's because you're looking at one, Saiyan. The newly crowned god of destruction of my original universe from the 10th. And so now are you starting to see? To which even with Gohan being shown getting knocked on down before having to stabilize himself was when Goku Black then went on to continue. But don't you worry, because there's plenty of more where that came from. Only I'm just keeping myself from using all that I have on someone like you, when I could instead save it all against your father and Vegeta, Saiyan. Now stand back up or die, with Gohan then responding, oh, this is just insane. But did he truly eliminate Universe 10's destroyer in order to actually become a god of destruction himself? But that can't be right, although it would explain a few things about this new power of his. But then, it was only from out of nowhere the moment Gohan went on to look up and noticing a gigantic energy ball making its way down was when Goku Black then went on to shout, sleeping on the job, Saiyan? Well, you'd better wake up and do something fast, or you, along with this entire planet, will be destroyed, mortal. As Gohan now knew, because with Gohan not looking to waste any more time by from there charging up for a gigantic Kamehameha was when Gohan then went on to shout, oh no, I won't let you have your way with any more innocent people. You've gone too far and I can't let you continue to do this no matter the cost. To which even despite with Gohan being shown firing off a gigantic Kamehameha right towards Goku Black was when Goku Black then went on to respond, good, that's the way. Fight to protect all those that you can, mortal. By all means, go and give it your all, but in the end, I want you to know that no matter what you try and do, it will all fall flat in the end, Saiyan. And though I must say that you are giving me a good run for my money up here, don't tell me that this is all that you can channel now, is it, Gohan? Because for your sake, it better not be, because if you aren't careful in this fight, then you will be the one who will end up being what drives this planet into destruction, Saiyan. And that will never happen for as long as I live, Gohan shouts. Now, full power! As it was only seconds later with Beast Gohan's Kamehameha shown having to completely overpower Goku Black's attack and having to pierce through it was when Goku Black then went on to respond, well, would you look at that? You actually overpowered me there for a moment, kid. Or at least that's what I'd want you to believe, because there it is. Right there, Black went on to then instant transmission his way back down below. And you did exactly as I knew that you would go and do, you fool. As now I've got you. In which, shockingly enough now, from out of nowhere within that moment, as Goku Black was then shown having to impale Gohan through the chest by using his energy saber, was when Goku Black then went on to continue, you see, Gohan, even the most experienced warriors have their moments of vulnerability, and I knew that you'd eventually make a mistake, and you did. And because you've allowed for your emotions to cloud your judgments during our brief engagement, you left yourself wide open, and it made you an easy target as I was able to spot you like a bird. Couldn't you have seen it before, as I was merely waiting for the perfect moment to strike, and yet here you are, Black continues. I told you that this wasn't going to be as easy as you thought, now didn't I? So was I lying when I said that I've honed my powers to new heights, Saiyan? I didn't. now didn't I? And now look at you. Your emotional impulsiveness became your undoing, mortal. But worry not, for this is only just the beginning, believe it or not, as I'll make sure to save the rest for both your father and Vegeta after they've found your body torn to pieces, Gohan. Do you know what I had to go through by having to watch what that wretched Omni King had done after your father had summoned him into my world? You could never understand the feeling of knowing what was about to happen to you when coming face to face with such a being. But I did, Gohan, and that is why I don't fear him anymore. And that is exactly why I've grown not to fear anything anymore, even my own vast and boundless potential. And now look. Just look at what you've been reduced to. It hurts, doesn't it, Saiyan? As you know, I'll admit that if I didn't look into everyone's evolution when I did, then I more than likely would have been destroyed by now, no matter how much I may have tried to fight back. But now? Oh, but now. Well, now we're talking about a completely different situation, Gohan. And I was finally able to find my calling even in death, mortal. And as I stand before you, I remain as the superior life form, while you, on the other hand, well, you still remain as you currently are, and that is without a hope or a chance in the world of surviving me. For my plan was to always rule over the entire multiverse, Gohan, and I wasn't going to allow to have anyone stand in my way of doing it, just like how they were shown doing before. But your father and his allies, on the other hand, Black continues, they all attempted to rip that away from me, and by having that pesky god of destruction Beerus as your backup, I knew that if I were to succeed, then I'd need to rise above them all in order to see my vision brought forward into reality. And guess what happened, Gohan? I did, and now that you see it, you're afraid. And guess what else, Saiyan? With all that I've learned and with all that I've gained, you and your worthless tribe of imbecile mortal friends will never stand in the way of my plans ever again. And this, Gohan, is one promise that I don't ever intend on breaking. For you will be the first, and how poetic it was, the son of the strongest Saiyan gone without a trace. As this is the end for you now, Gohan, so just close your eyes and take a deep breath, for it'll be all over before you know it, mortal. Now die alongside those who are just like you, Saiyan! But then, it was only just before Goku Black even had the opportunity and having to use his energy blade to cut Gohan down was when Goku Black then went on to continue. Wait, what was that just now? Those energies, oh, could it be? As from out of nowhere now, before Goku Black, with two gigantic energy balls now being shown having to head towards him, was when Goku Black then went on to continue. I knew it, but how are they able to arrive this quickly? Surely that must be... What? Oh, but where did he just... Of course, Goku Black went on to notice that Gohan was then missing. They made sure to get him out of harm's way first. Oh, damn you, Saiyans! To which seconds later, as a gigantic explosion was now seen having to occur in the distance, was when Goku then went on to chime in. It worked! He didn't see the attacks coming, and so hurry and check on Gohan now and make sure that he's alright. Oh, that was a close one there, you guys. Yeah, no kidding, Piccolo responds. We were right to have decided to come here when we did, because if we went and arrived any later, then Gohan would have been a goner. Hey, wake up, kid. Don't go dying on us just yet. We're here, with Vegeta having to then respond. Kakarot, are you seeing what I'm seeing right now? I am, Goku responds, but I don't understand on how that's possible because, well, he should be dead and should have stayed dead, and what's more is, are you sensing that massive power that's coming from him as well? As I don't remember Black having to harbor a power like this, with Gohan then having to utter, Hey there, Piccolo, nice day we're having, isn't it? He's still breathing, so hurry, pass me one of your senzu beans if you have any before we lose him. Here, take this, but listen, keep your eyes on him just in case, Piccolo. Goku then went on to respond. We know that you're still alive over there, Black, but the better question is, how exactly are you, you? And how did you manage to find this universe, Goku questions? As there's no way that you should still be alive right now, especially after what we saw happen to your fusion when the Omni King erased you. And so now how are you here? With Black then having to respond, so the worthless animals have finally decided to band together and make their way into the slaughterhouse, now did they? And here I was starting to wonder on when the two of you would come and show your faces around here again. But I didn't expect for you to go and bring some extra friends along the way, Black continues. But I'm not surprised, for you mortals were always known to go and travel around in packs, which is exactly why you will all die in one, especially now that you're finally here. As I don't intend to lose this time, and I made sure to use every outlet that I possibly could get my hands on in order to see it that I don't, mortals. Because just as all of you have trained and grown over the years, I too have also grown in more ways than one, Black continues. And now that I did, I am going to make you all pay for what you did to me. Are you seeing that too, Vegeta? Goku then went on to question. And it doesn't look like he's bluffing about what he's saying either, but more importantly is how did he manage to go this far and evolve his Super Saiyan Rose form to this extent? Almost like he was able to ascend his god powers similar to how we did when using our basic Super Saiyan transformations. And so we've got to be careful. With Vegeta responding, I see it too, but surely he can't possibly think that he could go and take all of us on at the same time and win, because otherwise he's lost his mind. So, what exactly did you do to reach this new transformation of yours that you're wielding? Vegeta then went on to question, because I'm sure you didn't just cough that form up into existence once you came back, and so now spill it. Well, since you're both so eager to know, Black responds, I was apparently brought back indirectly during an event that you mortals were a part of that was known as the Tournament of Power. And through this, I was able to make my way into Universe 10, slay its god of destruction, and take his title as Destroyer for myself. As from this point, I was able to take Gowasu with me inside of one of those time chambers that I had learned about, where I was then assisted by Universe 10's Angel Cuss in training for over 15 years in reaching this point. As well, I of course felt that there was no actual need to spend this entire 15 years inside, and so I went and cut my training short to the moment I was able to find what I've been hoping to acquire in there. And so, here I finally am, with Broly having to then chime in, I don't like this guy. Should I reserve my full power for later, Broly questions, or do you think I should go and use it against him now? With Vegeta responding, we'll wait and feel him out for now before we decide to have you go all in on this bastard, and so until then, do not underestimate this coward until we have finally made sure that he is dead. Oh, and don't you all worry, Black went on to then pat himself down by responding, because I know all about each and every single one of your new levels of power along with everything that they can do in battle, and so truthfully, I'm glad that I did, because if I didn't, well then I'd be in trouble now, wouldn't I? But that is why I'm not, but you'll all soon see. But I must admit, to see you all reach the kind of powers that you all did is quite amazing, Black adds, but I'm actually glad that you all did, because it was because of what I saw and because of what I've learned that has now allowed for me to become the very being that you see here today and more. But it's like I said, you'll all soon see that for yourselves once we start fighting. And so if you thought that I was dangerous before, Black continues, then wait until you start to see on what I'm capable of now. And once you do, I can only assure you all that there will be nothing that either of you mortals can do that will inevitably stop what's coming. Mark my words. As it was only right then and there now, during that moment, where the Beyond Dragon Ball Super story of Goku Black's Resurrection manga chapter number 12 special then comes to a close. Now, before anything else, you can make no mistake about the fact that with Goku Black preparing for this very moment in having to not only use his time rings and traverse racing through history, but with Goku Black also using the time allotted and having to spend all of it within the time chamber to get stronger, one can only imagine as to what is about to transpire involving Goku Black and our heroes coming up next. And so all of this and so much more will be made available first and foremost on my Patreon for all of you guys out there that are members to see. So you do not want to miss out on everything that's about to unfold coming up next, especially with Goku Black's 2 secret contingency plans having to be hidden within the shadows. There is going to be no doubt that all hell is going to break loose on Earth, but the million-dollar question now is, will our heroes be able to do it by themselves? So again, I want to thank you all so much for watching, everybody. Thank you all so much for your time, to which, as always, if you also just so happen to be new to this channel, then I do encourage for all of you guys to head on over and smash that subscribe button on top of giving this video a big fat thumbs up by smashing that like button down below. Tune back in for more because we have so much more cooking your way, and with all that being said, I will be seeing each and every single one of you down in the comment section below and in the next video. Take it easy, everybody, and have a great day. Peace.
Hello. Did you know that you can stay up to date with the latest Dragon Ball content by simply subscribing to UnrealEntGaming?
Also, don't forget to follow on these social media platforms, you sexy son of a bitch.
Roshi.
Silent Cell, me and the fans are having a moment. That's right. I know what you want. Extra long, thick Dragon Ball content. Quality reviews with flawless editing. Yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you? You dirty bitch.
Roshi, the fuck?
God damn it, I need them to subscribe, Cell.
And we're demonetized.
Yeah, screw it. Let's cut to the video.